What's up, Illini fans? Ryan Schroat, 200columns.com, Keeping It Orange and Blue podcast. Breaking down last night's Western Michigan Illinois game. A lot of things stuck out to me. First, how well and how much, Western Michigan believed they could win. I mentioned on X last night that Western Michigan really truly believed, and they were playing a little bit different. And while Illinois wasn't playing well, Western Michigan, it could easily have made it a one-score game at the half. And the biggest play of the game definitely was Kanena Odeluga's stop at the goal line. But the belief and momentum, it's so real in college sports that, they looked like they believed. But after that, I think Illinois got that first stop in the second half and went down and scored to make it 17-0. It all turned from there. But let's start here. Illinois' offensive line is the biggest issue at the moment. If you think about it like this, the first half against Duke, they were terrible. First half against Western Michigan, they were below average. And let's be honest, too. First half against Western Illinois, they struggled, at least into the first quarter, into the second quarter. To me, that's worrying. That's bothersome. And the coaching staff knows it. The players know it. And if they don't get that addressed against Indiana, it's going to be a long night. Illinois opens up a 4.5-point underdog in Bloomington, Indiana, 6:30 p.m. against the Hoosiers, number 19 Hoosiers. And they look like a very formidable, team. Illinois' offense can move the ball, and they show you passing through the air. Luke Altmaier has weapons. But let's keep it real. Bart Miller and his crew, the offensive line, has been the weak link so far, the biggest issue on this team. Consistency. I think the part that's most troubling is they were supposed to be the most solidified, the sure thing of the team. And right now they're giving up tons of sacks and pressures. They don't act like they understand what coverage, where they're supposed to be at. Blitz packages off the edge, 2 games in a row has been a big problem. For fans, you have every right to be upset about that. The biggest issue, offensive line and slow starts. Those two kind of go hand in hand. Defensively, the slow starts really haven't bothered Illinois. It's slow starting on the offense. And eventually in the second half they make key adjustments and they're able to wear teams out, which is very positive to know. Like by the middle to end of the third quarter, teams are going to be pretty much gassed. But still, this is a senior-laden offensive line. Bart Miller and Brett Bielema have to get this figured out, and these guys shouldn't need a fire in their ass. But the offensive line problems right now just don't make any sense. If you give Luke Altmaier time, he's going to find somebody. But Western Michigan was able to capitalize, and get him down several times. So heading into Indiana, it's key. Not just the slow start scoring, but protecting and taking pressure off of Luke Altmaier and being able to run the ball. I think that's a problem as well. This team should be able to run the ball. Defensively, can't complain too much when you give up no points and 3 points against Western Illinois, 19 against Duke. This defense has shown that it will bend, but it won't break. And that's going to be tested against a very, very good Indiana team who just put up 73 points against Indiana State. This will be Indiana's toughest matchup of the year. So, we'll see. Is Illinois worthy of their top 10 ranking if they can go on the road and beat Indiana in a hostile environment? Yes. So tons to talk about. We'll break all this down and more. My man Kevin Ducey tonight, Keeping It Orange and Blue. If you haven't subscribed to us already on YouTube, please do, at 200 Columns, Keeping It Orange and Blue. And, we appreciate you. So we'll see you tonight, 9:15 Central Time. Swami out.